Push. Gets onto the centre line. Alright, so I've got 27 on the ground, I've got 27 on compass, 27 there. We've got the wind blowing slightly from the right. Other than that, there's no reason not to go. T's and P's are all in the green. Aircraft is set for departure.
Yep.
Golf Sierra X-ray taking off runway 27.
Golf Sierra X-ray taking off runway 27.
Sierra X-ray, roger.
Power. Yeah, all is good, full power. So, aileron into the wind and watch that right foot. That's it, more of that right foot. It's a strong breeze from the right.
Airspeed is coming alive.
Good. So you can... must not let that wind get under that right wing, yeah? You have to lean into the wing. That's it. Now, gently let it lift. Let it lift. That's it. And you can keep your wings straighter, but don't let it get underneath. Good. Okay, so how's your flags?
So flaps are coming up. Lights are all on.
Attitude, have you trimmed the aircraft?
No.
Quick bit of trim. And what we'll do is we'll start an earlier turn to the left.
Okay.
The reason for being is that we have a problem. I don't want to be above the houses.
Yeah.
So a slightly earlier turn next time is in everybody's best interest, theirs and ours.
Okay.
Otherwise, normally I'd say, yeah, keep it straight and for 500 feet.
Feel that wind today.
I told you it was strong.
Yeah.
So your downwind is going to be very quick and your upwind is going to be very slow. You got that?
Yes.
By 20 knot difference, that's 40 knot difference. What altitude do you fancy?
Too high. 800.
So the first 50 feet, that's for yours to fix. At 100 feet, instructors are going to start pointing it out.
Right.
200 feet, you're going to lose your license.
Golf Sierra X-ray late downwind.
Sierra X-ray.
The good news is you're not late, but don't worry about that.
Okay.
So now we'd be late. So you've done your downwind checks.
So bump pitch, brakes are off. Undercarriage is down. Mixture is rich.
Good. So you start the left turn just before these houses. So brakes are off, carriage is down, mixture is set to rich, the fuel is on, the fuel pumps are on, and we have sufficient quantities. The flaps will be used for landing. Instruments are set, we're on QE already. Carburetor heat check. Hatches, harnesses for landing. I'm good to land you?
Yep.
Excellent. Feel the wind pushing us sideways?
Yes.
Okay, so your nose needs to be left of that white windmill in the background. Good. That's it. We're in the right arc, what can we do?
Flaps, first stage of flaps.
Go on then.
1,000 to 3,000. RP on.
Probably need the nose slightly more left than what we've got because we are drifting even still.
Okay.
The idea is we should be roughly to the solar panel side rather than this side. But
Okay.
and airspeed's at 65. What speed are you trying to keep at?
70.
Sounds good to me. This aircraft stalls at 50, so going below 60 is a bad thing.
Yeah. Golf Sierra X-ray, final for touch and go.
Sierra X-ray, surface wind 320, 20 knots.
Other stage of flaps in?
When you need them. So at the moment, you use that last stage to slow you down, yeah?
Okay.
Are we in need of slowing down?
Not yet.
So, now what you're doing is you're setting sort of power and speed based on the normal approach, yeah?
Yeah.
At this rate, we're landing in the field because the wind is so strong that it's pushing us
Back.
Yeah, so you've got to adjust your perception. Is that runway going up and down the mirror screen?
Yeah.
What do I need to change to adjust to that? Well, you change your power setting for descent, yeah?
Yeah.
So if you see the runway coming up the screen and you know you're going into the field, add some power.
Add some power.
Power is not equal to speed,
No.
okay? Attitude is equal to speed. You want to
Yeah.
go faster? Push your nose down. You want to go slower? Lift your nose up. You reckon you're going to make the runway from here?
Yes.
Yeah, flaps then.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Alrighty, so you've got a huge crosswind going on,
Yeah.
okay? Huge, to the limits of the aircraft. So I like the approach, it's going to give you a chance to land. So it's right wing down and left, that's it. So gently into the flare, a little, not too much, just that's it. And keep that right wing ready to go down. That's it, and keep that right wing on the ground. Clean up, so carb heat and flaps. Oh shit, not flaps, don't worry about that.
Alright.
Carry on, power, full power. So using your feet to keep on the runway and keep that aileron leaning against the wind. And she'll fly when she's ready, so don't go too crazy. Don't push her in the ground though. That's it, let her float. Good, good. Too high. Remember what I said, you've got to capture it.
Capture it, yeah.
And you said to me, I've got to push forwards.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you have, but not crazy. Okay, let some speed come up. So if you keep it flatter, then aircraft go faster.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so flags.
Flaps.
So flaps, up in stages. Stages.
They're fully up already.
Good. Lights, we leave on.
Lights, leave on.
Attitude, bit of a tweak. And a gentle turn to the right, left even. Section left, not left even. I gotta get my speech right. Can't be doing that. So just gentle, not crazy like.
Can't adjust the trim yet because I'm in the turn.
You can trim in the turn, do what you like, yeah. You might find it's not perfect, but don't worry about that. The idea of trim is to make your life easier. So if you want to use it, you use it.
Okay.
And keep turning. Gentle turn in the climb. So speed should be about 70 knots, yeah?
Okay.
Just gives you an idea. We're going so fast because you're not going upwards. And we need to be pointing left of those buildings. Pretty much, yeah, most of the way to the solar panel. So that's where the runway is. You're parallel with the runway. Don't worry about the radio for a second.
Okay.
But think the wind is blowing us away from the runway, so you need to be pointing slightly towards it.
Okay.
Okay, and then just let them know you're downwind.
Golf Sierra X-ray downwind.
Straight into the checks. Brakes.
Brakes are off.
Undercarriage.
Undercarriage is down.
Mixture.
Mixture is rich.
Fuel.
Is
Flaps.
okay. And flaps.
Pitch.
I can go. No, I can't.
Instruments.
Pitch is okay. Instruments.
Car
T's
peak.
and P's in the green.
Hatches. Harnesses.
Harnesses.
Good.
And everything's secure.
Thinking about our base now, so we know where the final is going to be. We don't need quite such a long one because of the wind blowing, etc.
Yeah.
Solar panels are nice to be on. Let's go and get on top of those.
Okay.
We're turning base, so we start thinking to ourselves, speed, are
Yeah.
we in the white arc?
Not yet. Just about, but
Okay, so reduce the power a little, keeps us in the white arc, doesn't it?
yeah.
And then we can do flaps. So
1,000, 2,000, 1,000.
nice, so balancing that a bit. Remember what I said, you've got to have a bit more left than normal because of the wind blowing from this slightly off to the right, yeah?
Okay.
When we reduce power on this, especially out the green arc, just add carb heat. So low power equals carb heat. Yeah, that's it. Right, can you see how the runway's going up the screen?
Yes.
Yeah? So a bit more power then. That's what we're going to work on now, is that judgment.
Yeah, okay.
Keeping that runway effectively in the same part of the screen all the way round.
Okay.
Yeah?
Golf Sierra X-ray, final to touch and go.
Sierra X-ray, roger, surface wind is 300, 19 knots.
There's Golf Sierra X-ray, final, touch and go. Yeah? Or let them know the runway, that always helps.
Okay.
Golf Sierra, final, runway 27.
Plus other people in the circuit will
Yeah,
know.
touch and go. Think about that attitude. You've got a high nose and low power. So you want to keep the speed. How do you keep the speed? Keep nose down.
Nose
if
down.
you want to go higher, more power.
Yeah.
Okay, final flaps.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Oh,
I have control.
with control. Was that the wind just dropping off then?
Yep, it's the wind. Okay, so crosswind technique. As you're coming down to land, yeah, you see the aircraft's pointing to the left. You use the left rudder to get it over to the right, and then using the right wing, you land the right wheel first, yeah? Yeah, and keep that wheel down on the ground by holding that aileron in. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay. Full flaps, just leave the flaps in place.
Okay.
When the aircraft starts bouncing, just let her float along the ground, yeah? Holding level and letting it climb gently. Yeah?
Yeah.
See how flat we are?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, once you're clear of the obstacles, first stage of flaps up. 1001, 1002, 1003, and then neutral, yeah?
Yeah.
Keeping that right wing slightly low against the pad, yeah?
Yeah.
Once you're climbing, you still climb 1001, 1002, 1003. Keep it climbing. Yeah?
Yeah.
Once you're still making good altitude, good height, everything looks like it's in the green. 1001, 1002, 1003. Once the flaps are fully retracted, start thinking about a little trim.
Okay.
And then a gentle turn before we get to the houses. Notice my hands on the controls, yeah? Make sure they stay forwards,
Okay.
yeah? That's how you fly during the takeoff.
On both of them.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Well, you get to a habit in the end where you just hold the whole damn lot, no matter how many there are. Because you know that any one of them moving at the wrong time is going to be a problem. And just between you and I, when you're flying with students, you sometimes get some crazy shit, so you tend to make sure they can't hurt you.
Yeah.
Okay. Your aircraft.
I have control.
You have control. Getting lively up here, isn't it?
Yes.
Are you comfortable to carry on?
I am, yeah. Got you next to me. So, brakes are off. Shall I do downwind first?
Go on then.
Golf Sierra X-ray downwind. Brakes are off,
X-ray, roger.
undercarriage is down, mixture is rich, fuel is full and on the right tank. Instruments are T's and P's are in the green. Carb heat is okay. And harnesses and hatches are secure.
Good. So days like this, when your emotions and brain are kicking all over the place, you have to have a really good routine.
Yeah.
So you need to be able to do it without thinking. Not to the point you ignore stuff, but to the point you don't have to think what the damn letter is.
Yeah.
We need that downwind check to be precise every time, because if you forget to put the gear down, it's going to really screw your day up. It
Yeah.
won't matter how good your landing is after that.
No. So we're good.
Okay, so starting already, thinking your judgment with that runway, yeah?
Yeah.
Where is it on the screen? How do I keep it there? Yeah, am I going down too quick? If I'm going down too quick, add some power. Yeah? On the other hand, if it starts going down the screen, that means it's going underneath us, which means we're too high. So remove power. Don't go slow, yeah?
Yeah.
70, 80 knots is quite good in this.
Golf Sierra X-ray, a touch and go runway 27.
Sierra X-ray, roger.
Golf Sierra X-ray, final runway 27 touch.
Surface wind 290, 14 knots.
Should be a bit softer this one. The wind speed's apparently dropped off a little. Okay, don't touch the flaps. I'm telling you that because you haven't decided to put any down and we're too late to be really making changes.
Okay.
If you're going to land without flaps, that's fine. Touch and go. All I want you to do is get the wheels on the ground and then take off again.
Yeah, I've got some flaps down. I did the first stage on the base.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Ali, so 80 knots, that's not a bad deal. You're going straight to the numbers, that's good.
Good there. Right,
That's a nice approach. Okay, don't get the throttle closed. Yeah, you're not going to land if you've still got power. That's it. And keeping the right wheel down. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Full power, please. And your aircraft.
My aircraft.
Don't touch the ground with the wing.
We are.
Okay, a
We're
bit
climbing.
too flat. That's it. Give it a little bit more climb. That's it. Okay, we've got no drag flaps, so don't worry about that yet.
Okay.
So lights, attitude, gear, we're good for.
Yep.
We're at safer altitude, so you can think about flaps now. And a gentle left turn.
That felt a bit better.
Early, so you can see the wind is different at different stages of the approach, yeah?
Yes.
And that's the problem with flying, is that it changes as you go.
Yes. That first landing, or the landing there that you took over from, what was the first time I've experienced it like that? It's quite nice to feel it. You know what I mean?
You can feel the aircraft doing stuff you don't want it to do.
Yeah.
You've got to counteract it. The biggest thing with the wheels is they'll take a hell of a pounding. The propeller and the front wheel will not.
Yeah.
So the idea is to get to the ground without going in nose first.
Yeah.
If you point it up too high, you'll drop. You'll stall the aircraft and drop.
Golf Sierra X-ray downwind.
Roger.
So brakes are off, undercarriage is down, mixture is rich. Fuel is on the right tank and we've got enough. Instruments, T's and P's are in the green. Carpy should have been off, it was on. That's checked. And, we need to...
Early.
and harnesses and hatches are secure.
Okay, new trick for you.
Yep.
At about 300 feet,
Yep.
yeah, just before you get to the runway, close the carpet, set it to cold. You don't need it hot on the ground, you just need it hot on the descent.
Okay. So we're in the green arc, white arc, so first stage of flaps, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Idle, so carpet's on.
Now, I've been wrestling the plane to the ground to show that you can land in the crosswind, yeah?
Yeah.
What I want you to do now is any moment you do not like what's going on and it's too much, too rough, too bumpy,
Yeah.
go around.
Okay.
Yeah, there is no harm in going around. It's quite a challenge to go around as well, so you've got to get that bit right. In fact, if I ever say go around, just go around.
Okay. Golf Sierra X-ray, final runway 27, touch and go.
Good call.
Roger, surface wind 300, 17 knots.
Still.
So, as you get to the numbers,
Yeah.
you're using your feet to point the aircraft left or right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally speaking, you're going to be pointing to the right because of the wind.
Yeah.
So you can use your left foot to try to bring the nose. You're going to try to keep your right wheel on the floor first. Yeah,
Okay.
because the way the wind blows, that works. If
Yeah.
you get your left wheel first, that means your right wing's up, it'll flip you over.
Okay.
Right wheel first. So that's your challenge from here. Think of it like that. Use your feet for pointing. Good speed, good numbers. Feet for pointing. Right level. Keep that right wing down. So we need carby and then power. That's it, get yourself on the centre line. While you're on the ground, you can still get the perfection sorted out. Don't push it into the ground. That's it, let her lift. Good. That went well. And you're doing it with half flap.
So, good morning, Golf Uniform Foxtrot.
So, put flaps up slightly, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Uniform Foxtrot Oscar Echo, good afternoon, reading you 5, runway news 27 left hand, QFE 998 and the QNH is 1002.
27 left hand, Golf Oscar Echo, taxiing fuel.
Oh, right, Dan.
Certainly rock and roll, but I like it. Beautiful visibility though, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
So the day that looks safe to go flying is not necessarily the day that is safe to go flying.
No.
So when you take into account, and once you get solo, I'm going to start asking you, can we go flying today? And you're going to have to tell me if you can and can't.
Yes.
And more importantly, you're going to have to show me you can, if you choose to.
Oh dear. Golf Sierra X-ray downwind.
Sierra X-ray.
So brakes are off, undercarriage is down, mixture is rich, fuel is on the right tank, and we've got the quantity we want. Instruments, P's on the green, carpet on, carpet off, and harnesses are, hatches are secure.
I'll do it.
We're in the green, white stage of flaps, so 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and start our turn. Going on to idle, so P on.
I've no problems with what you've done.
Yep.
Just keep the flaps to base rather than on the downwind. But do feel free to start thinking about these things rather than...
It is at 70, got the numbers on the ground. Golf Sierra X-ray, final runway 27, touch and go.
Sierra X-ray, roger, surface wind is 300, 13 knots, 13.
He caught himself, he knows he can't say 13.
Those are coming down, I've got to add a bit of power.
Good man. .300 feet, so let's change the copy. That way we don't have to worry about it if we go around.
Okay.
Down, so chase the numbers. That's it, down to the numbers. And then level. Don't push forward. I have control.
You have control.
Okay.
What did I do there?
Okay. Just sit there for a second and enjoy the ride. We'll get back in here.
That felt so comfortable as well.
Yep.
Right until that last second. Right, what did I do there then? What didn't I do?
Early. So really it's just a case of speed management.
Okay.
Early. So what you're doing is you're getting the aircraft closer to the ground and then trying to sort of land but without getting close to the ground. So when you get towards the numbers, you've got to go all the way down to the numbers, yeah? Once you get close to the ground, you fly parallel with the ground, and then as the speed drains away, you let the aircraft lower its main wheels to the ground. Now it's happening really fast because that drag from the wind blowing at us, plus our combined slow moving forward speed, it's just giving you a lot longer, it's just happening a lot quicker than you're ready for.
Okay.
So, anyway, don't stress about it too much, just let me fly a circuit for you to give you a chance to unwind. Obviously X-rays, downwind, runway 27.
Share X-ray.
Okay, so I want to turn left over the top of the solar panels. 800 feet is what we're aiming at, 90 speed. Brakes are off and the coverage is down. Mixture is set to rich, the fuel is on, sufficient quantities and pump is running. Flaps we're going to use. Pitch is fixed, instruments are set for landing, carburetor heat for the fun of it. I'm looking at where the runway is more than I'm worried about where the houses and stuff are, because it's the shape of it that I'm interested in.
Okay.
I'm turning base because, as I mentioned, the solar panels look like they're a good choice. I set the speed to what I believe I'm going to be using for the approach. I maintain a little bit of back pressure to let the aircraft speed change. Now, I've got my aircraft to 17 knots, yeah?
Yes.
So now I'm going to start thinking about flaps. So I'm on base, 1000, 1002, 1003. All this time I keep looking at the runway. I keep looking for other aircraft, make sure I'm not going to interfere with someone and they're not going to interfere with me. I adjust my trim so the plane almost flies itself. Yeah. I'm worried about the numbers. Have I got the right angle? Am I at the right speed? So I feel like I'm a little bit higher, which I know is going to change when I add a bit more flap. So 1001, 1002, 1003. I feel the aircraft pitch has changed. I'm going to correct it, and then I'm going to apply trim. I'm on final, look a bit steep, but that's fine. Obviously X-ray, final, runway 27, touch and go. Let everybody else know what we're doing.
Yeah,
still lined up. Flaps again.
270, 10 knots.
All the flaps. So from here, aircraft should be in balance, yeah? I've got the carb here, I've got the pumps, I've got 17 knots. I'm almost not needing to fly the aircraft, yeah? A lot of the drama in flying is created by the people not putting the aircraft in a position it can do it for you. I can feel the aircraft is sinking slightly faster. You can feel that runway lifting, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's power. So I've added a bit of power. I've made a mistake. I've drifted a bit too far to the right, trying to push against the wind, which is better than being too far left. So I'm just going to correct that and put myself on the centre line. Now the speed's a bit low, so that means I've got to have my nose down a bit more just to get a bit up to 17 knots. Coming down to the landing, so car peak go to cold. I'm looking at the numbers and I'm looking at these numbers, yeah? I want speed, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. So now I'm thinking about how am I going to get away with this landing? So I'm thinking I've got to hold to the right wheel down to the ground. Notice I'm still going to the numbers, numbers. Now level and power back, yeah? So there's my level. I'm thinking left foot to point down the runway and the right wheel on the ground. Yeah, you can feel the aileron, yeah? See how the angle's looking, yeah?
Yes.
Good, so clean up and then I add power, using my right foot to keep the aircraft on the runway. I'm still thinking the aileron into the wind. As she floats, that's fine. Keep her in the ground effect. If she gets up early, that's not a problem. It just means it's less bumpy for us.
Yeah.
But we need the speed before we can allow it to climb.
Yes.
Yeah? So keeping the nose and the speed. 1, 2, 3, just to get rid of the drag. I'm climbing, I feel like I'm safe and I'm still climbing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the speed's quite high now, I can use a bit more of that, so I'll trade it a little for the climbing. 1, 2, 3. Visual check, my flaps are good, aircraft is in good. I'm slightly faster than my climb, so I'm just going to increase the attitude a fraction. Gentle in the climb because you're still pretty low to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. With heavy wind, a little bit faster is better than a little bit slower because the speed of the aircraft gives you the sharpness of the controls, yeah?
Yes.
So don't let it get to 60. Don't mind if it goes up to 80.
Okay.
You got the idea?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to trim that a bit better for you. You have control?
I have control.
Okay, you have control. I think the burst of wind has calmed down a little bit now, so I think you'll find it a bit easier on the next one. 800 feet.
Golf Sierra X-ray downwind.
Sierra X-ray, roger.
Brakes are off, undercarriage is down, mixture is rich, fuel is sufficient and on the right tank, fuel pump is on. Instruments are in the green, carb heat on, off, checked, and secure, hatches are secure and harnesses. Slightly high, runway in sight to my left. I want to be going over there to
Every time you look at the runway, you're saying to yourself, where's the final? Where do I need to turn to get me on a good final? Yeah? And that's all it's about. Am I too far from that runway? Am I too close to that runway? I can guarantee now, we have an engine failure, we'll never make the runway.
no.
We just haven't got the speed. This aircraft's not bad for being slippery, but that wind's so strong. So you've got to ask yourself, how far away do I want to get? Yeah. If you're a professional pilot and you've got passengers in the back and something happens,
2,000, 3,000.
how embarrassing would it be to say I got to the airfield and I still couldn't land on it?
Yeah.
So I wasn't looking out for the other aircraft, it's all about that judgment. Where's the runway and how am I feeling my way down?
Yeah. Golf Sierra X-ray runway final on runway 27 to touch and go.
Sierra X-ray 270, 15 knots.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000 for the speed. Attitude,
So
sinking, I need to add power.
touch and go, and this is the last circuit after that.
Okay. So, numbers are in the right place.
Okay, 200 foot.
200 foot. RP off. Come down slightly, got the numbers there. Right. The line. To come down slightly more.
Okay, so from here you chase the numbers,
Yeah.
and then as you get down, close throttle. As soon as you chase the numbers, close throttle. So you get down, and then run parallel. So back up. Okay, now just gently wait. Gently wait. That's it. Nicely, nicely. And you should be on the right wheel. But yeah, got you.
Full power.
Yeah. Don't want to run off the end of the runway.
No.
Okay, so you're in ground effect now. Yeah, you feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So you want to get over the hedge and the trees.
So we are
That's
climbing.
it. So you wanted to let it
1,000,
climb.
2,000, 3,000.
Don't let it get under you.
Thousand, 2,000, 3,000.
Gentle turn to the left.
Start turn.
Very gentle, in strong wind, very gentle. Because what you're doing is effectively you're trying to point that wing straight at the wind.
Yeah.
And the moment you give it a little lift and the wind can get underneath it, it just grabs the aircraft and throws it sideways.
Yeah.
In a bad case, it will roll the aircraft as well.
Okay. So, just as you're becoming an instructor, do the people that are training you do cock-ups so that you react like you reacted with me there?
Yes. They would do something silly like try putting the brake on, try turning the engine off, things like that, but not in a black and white sense, as in they'll just try very hard to break the plane, because you can kill us if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Just general mistakes.
Golf Sierra X-ray downwind.
Sierra X-ray.
So like,
So-
instead of reducing power, you reduce the mixture, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And you just get sensitive to what people are doing.
Undercarriages down. It is rich. Fuel is okay, and we're on the right tank. Fuel pump is on. Instruments are in the green. RPs check. And hatches and harnesses are secure. This is a full stop, yes?
Yes, please. So typically your circuits will be flown based on the aircraft in front.
Yeah.
Yeah? Because if you're going to land and they're going to land, you're going to want them out the way. If there is no other aircraft, then you fly the circuit based on your perception of the runway on the ground.
Yeah. On. Golf Sierra X-ray, final on runway 27 to land.
Cool.
Roger, 290, 16 knots.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
So correct speed by lowering the nose. Lowering the nose seems to bring you down quicker, so you have to add power. Yeah?
Yeah.
If you do a little of both, then you'll find that it comes back in balance. And the remaining flap.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
Okay. A lot of instructors would prefer it, examiners especially, if you put the flaps in a lot earlier than here, if that
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
So closing the carpet should come after the full flap.
Okay.
Speed, power, power and speed. So put the nose down, add the power, yeah? Remember what we said, it's
Yeah.
the power that gives you the up and the
Excellent.
speed that comes from the down. Okay, so closing the throttle. Thinking about where to be level, back now, keeping the right, so left wheel, that's it, left, and nicely done. And then gently lowering the nose to the ground and increasing the right aileron as you do it. Remember, it's not a car, you're not going to
Yeah.
turn that way, you're just going to stop the plane flipping over.
Yeah.
And as you deaccelerate, thinking about the exit.
Wow. How much of input did you put on that last bit?
Not a huge amount,
Right.
just enough to make sure that you didn't
Yeah.
suddenly think it was a good idea to be upside down.
Wow. What a lesson that was.
Yeah, when I put input in, what
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do is override you sometimes.
Sure.
It's just trying to restrict your range of movement
Yep.
so that you can keep doing what you're doing, but you can't do more than you want or less than you need.
Yeah.
You could argue I am flying it, but at the same time it's not quite like
yeah.
that.
Golf Sierra X-ray runway vacated.
Okay, well, normally I'd have you stop and do the after landing